conscience has four ang, which are tendencies. These are mind, which is called man, buddhi, which is intelligence, chit, which is cosmic intelligence, pure intelligence, which is also called chetna, shuddha chetna. Everything happened because of that. And the fourth is arrogance, which is called ego. The sense organs within our body create wave, as a result of which emotions arise in man as desires, resolve and uncertainties. And man stores it in buddhi, which is intellect. Buddhi primarily does two tasks. It stores past experiences and gives decision as to what should be done in a particular circumstance. Chit or chetna, which is cosmic intelligence, through its energy waves keeps every part of our body in conscious state. Atma provides chetna to our body. Atma has infinite knowledge. That is why chit, which is also called cosmic intelligence, pure intelligence, hence it makes better decision than intelligence, which is called buddhi. Chit, or the intelligence within us, is always active and making this life happen. It connects to the basis, to the very basis of creation, which is present within us. Ahankar is the fourth dimension, which is also referred to as ego. It gives you sense of identity. Once it takes on an identity, our intellect functions only in that context. Intellect becomes enslaved to ahankar, and Sadguru preaches to break this enslavement. It becomes powerful. It becomes so powerful that it overshadows mind, intellect and chit. In this chapter of Sakhi Granth titled Man Ko Ang, Sadguru Kabir Saheb illustrates the nature and significance of man. कबीर मन तो एक है, भावे तहाँ लगाए, भावे गुरु की भक्ति कर, भावे विषय कमाए. Sadguru Kabir Saheb in the very beginning makes the role of man clear. He says, O seeker, the man is only one. It is up to your pleasure where you focus it. It is your pleasure, either you do bhakti of Guru, or if it pleases you, invest it in earning the vices of pleasures of the senses. Meaning this man can be means of salvation or it can be means of bondage. कबीर यह मन मस्खरा, कहूँ तो माने रोस, जा मारक साहेब मिले तहाँ न चाले खोस. Saheb says, but this man is such a prankster, wayward, that when I tell it the truth, it becomes angry. That path upon which Saheb will meet, on that path it does not walk even a course, even for a mile or two. It is not ready to take that path, for it is devoted to enjoying pleasure of this world. कबीर मन पर्वत भया, अब मैं पाया जान, टाकी लागी प्रेम की निक्सी कंचन खान. Saheb says, I have come to know that this man has become a mountain, as arrogant as a mountain and hard as a stone. When the chisel of prem, love of Sadguru's Updesh, is applied to it, then the treasure of gold in the form of devotion to Sadguru and Gyan appears. कबीर यह मन लालची, समझे नहीं गंवार, भजन करन को आलसी, खाने को तैयार. O seekers, this man is greedy, and this foolish does not understand the harm of being greedy. That is why it is lazy in performing devotion of the Almighty, but out of greed is ever ready to experience the worldly pleasures. For this he shows cleverness. कबीर मन ही गयंद है, आंकुश दे दे राखूं, विष की बेली परिहरो, अमृत का फल चाखो. से Saheb says that is why keep this, O seeker, keep this errant elephant in control by the gourd of wisdom, so that it renounces the poisonous creeper like desires and tastes the fruit of elixir like self introspection. कबीर मन मरकट भया, नेक न कहूँ ठहराए, राम नाम बांधे बिना, जित भावे तित जाए. O seeker, this man has become a monkey. It doesn't stay still at one place until it is tied to the naam of Satya Purush. It goes wherever it feels like going. This man is restless. This is its basic nature. कबीर सेरी सांकरी चंचल मनुआ चोर गुन गावे लौलीन होए कछु एक मन में और. The ladder of the Almighty to the Almighty is narrow, and this man is restless thief. One moment it gets engrossed in meditation of the Lord, but quietly and cunningly brings within thoughts of other matters. कबीर वह मन कित गया जो जन होता काल डूंगर बूढ़ा मेह ज्यों गया निभाना चाल. O seeker, where has that man gone who yesterday was drowned, engrossed in Upadesh of Sadguru and in meditation? Saheb says the nature of man is like the mountainous land which seems drowned during rainy season, but when water flows to lowlands, it again becomes dry as it was before. कबीर लहरी समुद्र की केती आवे जाही बलिहारी व दास की उल्टी समावे माही. O seeker, uncountable waves of ocean comes and goes. Similarly, uncountable waves of desires come and goes from man. But praiseworthy is that sadhu who changes the directions of the waves of man back into itself and destroys it there. It turns the outgoing tendency of man inwards. मन के मते न चालिए मन के मते अनेक जो मन पर असवार है सो साधु कोई एक. Do not walk, act in accordance with the opinions or the desires of an unrestrained man, for man has many wishes. One who reigns man, such sadhu is someone rare. मन पांचों के बस पड़ा मन के बस नहीं पांच जित देखूं तित दौं लगी जित भागूं तित आँच. Saheb says this happens because the man is the prisoner of five. Those five are the desires of five sense organs, instead of it being in control of these five. Wherever I look, Saheb says that instead of being in control of these five senses, man should have control over them. Wherever I look, therefore, wherever I look, I see the fire of these desires burning, and wherever one may run to take shelter, one still feel its heat. Saheb means to say that this fire pursues one till the time it is completely doused, and only the Gyan of Sadguru can douse this fire. मन मुरीद संसार है गुरु मुरीद कोई साध जो माने गुरु बचन को ताका मता आगाध. The whole world is disciple of this man, only some rare sadhu is disciple of Guru. One who follows the Guru's bachan preachings, the principle and resolve of such is unfathomable. Saheb further says, मन ही को प्रमोद ये मन ही को उपदेश जो यह मन को बसी करे शीश होए सब देश. Awaken your man, give instructions to it. One who wins over it, the whole world will become his disciple. मन दाता मन लालची मन राजा मन रंग जो यह मन गुरु सो मिले तो गुरु मिले निसंग. Saheb says this man is the benefactor as well as the greedy. This man is the king and also the pauper. If this man resolves to find Sadguru, then definitely it will meet Sadguru. Saheb means to say this man which has attained the lowly state has the power to achieve higher states. मनुआ तो पंछी भया उड़ के चला आकाश ऊपर ही ते गिरी पड़ा मन माया के पास. Saheb says you cannot predict the behavior of man. That man which attains wisdom flies like a bird in the sky of Chidakas, but any moment a vice enters it and it falls from the sky again in lap of Maya. मन से मन मिलता नहीं तन को करता भंग मन अब भया जो कामरी चढ़े न दूजा रंग. Until man does not recognize its true nature, it continues to misuse the sense organs, but once it meets its true form, it becomes like a black blanket upon which no other color can make its mark. मन तो जो गया तो जाने दे दृढ़ करी राख शरीर बिना चढ़ाए कमान के कैसे लागे तीर. Sahib says, if man has gone towards seeking the pleasures of senses, let it go, but with determination do not let your body follow that man. At least you could do this much, because without a bow one cannot draw and shoot the arrow. Similarly, the man needs body to execute its desires. मनुआ तो अंतर बसा बहुतक झीना होए अमल लोग सुचि पाइया कभू न न्यारा होए. Sahib says that when one is disciplined with great caution and care, it changes its outgoing tendencies and comes to reside inside and becomes pure and subtle, which was once raw. In this manner it finds the abode of Amar Lok and then never distances itself from it. There are 7 stages of knowledge through which one has to go to be disciplined. First is Subeksha, which is realization of harm and sin in worldly pleasures and inclination towards good virtues and Guru. The second stage is Vicharna. When Subeksha continues for some time, then thoughts of knowing self starts arising. Try to continue to remain in this stage. Then comes the stage of Tanu Mansa, when by Guru's grace, in search of nature of truth, one starts controlling senses and desires, and one starts meditating. Then comes the 4th stage of Sattvapati, when one is able to hold meditational posture for long durations, and reflection of truth starts being perceived. Peace continues to stay, realization of non-duality of Jeev and Paramatma arises, and one continues on path of union with awareness and a strong devotion in Guru's lotus feet. Then comes Asan Shakti, which is strength of Gyan increases, sense of non-duality strengthens, ego gets erased, peace continues to prevail, one starts feeling bliss by oneself, and senses and man comes to rest. Then comes Padartha Bhavani. In this stage, the sense of distinction between self and world gets totally erased, like there is no difference between the earthen pot and the earth of which it is made, no distinction between effect and cause. Then comes the stage of Turiya. In this stage, the Dhyan, there is no conflict or non-conflict, there is no me or you, there is no coming or going, a state where the objective and the knowable also loses meaning. मन मनसा जब जाएगी तब आवेगी और जब ही निश्चल होएगा तब पावेगा ठौर. Sahib says that when man and its desires are controlled, then only the other will enter. That other is devotional love. And only when the man becomes still, at peace, shall one find the true abode. कहत सुनत सब दिन गए ऊर्जी न सुरझा मन कहें कबीर चेता नहीं अजू पहला दिन. Sahib says these precious days of life is being wasted in listening and debating, but instead of finding solution, this man is getting more entangled in worldly pleasures. But Sahib gives hope, and he has hope and says, even if you aren't awakened until now do not worry, start from today, consider today to be the first day. कबीर मन मृतक भया दुर्लभ भया शरीर पीछे लागा हरि फिरे यूं कहीं दास कबीर. Sahib says, O seeker, now that this man has died and left the body at peace, now the Almighty is behind you to protect. However, in the last Saki, Sahib again warns, मृतक तो धीजो नहीं मेरा मन बीवे बाँचे बाय विकार की मुआ भी जीवे. Sahib warns that I do not have faith even upon this dead man. Even now I am afraid of it. Who knows when the wind of vice will blow over it and make it alive again. With this, we come to the end of today's recitation. Now we will hear Bhajan. Thereafter, some words of wisdom from Sadguru Sahib. प्रेम से बोलिए सदगुरु कबीर साहेब की जय. ऊपर ऊपर हाँ।
बड़े सतगुरु कबीर साहेब की जय। काशी लहरतारा प्रकट्य धाम की जय। धर्म स्थान कृष्या गद्दी की जय। मगर धाम की जय। पंचयजुर्वित नाम साहेब की जय। पंचयजुर मुकुंद नाम साहेब की जय। पूज्य गुरुदेव पंच नाम साहेब की जय। सब संत महंत जन भक्त अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। जब से दया भई सतगुरु की। जब से दया भई सतगुरु की। अभय निशान घुमायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। काम क्रोध की गागर फोरी। ममता नीर बहायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। तज प्रपंच वेद विधि करिया। चरण कमल चित लायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। पाँच तत्व की यह तन गुदरी। पाँच तत्व की यह तन गुदरी। सुरति की टोप लगायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। हद घर छोड़ बेहद घर आसन। हद घर छोड़ बेहद घर आसन। गगन मंडल मठ छायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। चाँद न सूर्य दिवस नहीं रजनी। चाँद न सूर्य दिवस नहीं रजनी। सहज ही लार लरायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। कहीं कबीर कोई पिया की पियरी। कहीं कबीर कोई पिया की पियारी। पिया पिया रट लायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। अब हम आनंद के घर पायो। बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहेब की जय।
हेलो वारी जाओ रहे एक बार प्रेम से बोलिए सदगुरु कबीर साहेब की, काशी लहरतारा धाम की, पंच श्री हजूर साहेब की जय। साहेब ने सारे मा प ने सा सा ने पा म रे ने सा अनहद बाजा बाजिया अनहद बाजा बाजिया अनहद बाजा बाजिया ज्योति भई प्रकाश जन कबीर अंदर खड़े स्वामी सन्मुखदास स्वामी स्वामी सन्मुखदास। धाघेना तिनक दिन धाघेना तिनक वारी जाऊं रे बलिहारी जाऊं रे वारी जाऊं रे बलिहारी जाऊं रे वारी जाऊं रे बलिहारी जाऊं रे मारा सदगुरु आंगन आया मैं वारी जाऊं रे मारा सदगुरु आंगन आया मैं वारी जाऊं रे वारी जाऊं रे बलिहारी जाऊं रे हो वारी जाऊं रे बलिहारी जाऊं रे, मारा सदगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे, मारा सदगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे। सब सखियाँ मिल आलो, केसर तिलक लगाओ है, सब सखियाँ मिल आलो, केसर तिलक लगाओ हो, सब सखियाँ मिल आलो, केसर तिलक लगाओ, मारे घड़े सोले वो बधाई, वारी जाऊं रे, मारे लेबू मारे घड़े सोले वो बधाई, वारी जाऊं रे, वारी जाऊं रे, बलिहारी जाऊं रे, वारी जाऊं रे, बलिहारी जाऊं रे, मारा सदगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे, मारा सदगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे। सदगुरु आंगन आया, गंगा गोमती नहाया हो, सदगुरु आंगन आया, मैं गंगा गोमती नहाया, सदगुरु आंगन आया, मैं गंगा गोमती नहाया, मारी निर्मल हो गई काया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे, मारी निर्मल हो गई काया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे, वारी जाऊं रे, बलिहारी जाऊं रे, वारी जाऊं रे, मैं वारी जाऊं रे, मारा सदगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे, मारा सदगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे। सदगुरु दर्शन देना, मारा भाग्य उदय कर देना हो, सदगुरु दर्शन देना, मारा भाग्य उदय कर देना हो, सदगुरु दर्शन देना, मारा भाग्य उदय कर देना, मारा धर्म भरम सब छीना, मैं वारी जाऊं रे, मारा धर्म भरम सब छीना, मैं वारी जाऊं रे, वारी जाऊं रे, मैं वारी जाऊं रे, वारी जाऊं रे, बलिहारी जाऊं रे, मारा सदगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे, मारा सदगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे, मारा सदगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे। एक बार प्रेम से बोलिए सदगुरु कबीर साहेब की, पंच श्री हजूर साहेब की जय। साहेब बन साहेब।